The organized labor has commenced its nationwide protest over anti-people policies of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and other states of the Federation. The union member at the early hours of Wednesday in Abuja gathered at Unity's Fountains, Abuja, for the protest. Officials of the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress from FCTs were spotted at the Unity Fountain with hundreds of their members. The protest was getting intense as protesters broke down the first gate of the National Assembly complex and forced their way into the premises. The security personnel initially prevented the protesting crowd from gaining entrance to the complex, but upon their superior officials' intervention, the gate was thrown open. NLC President Joe Ajero and his TUC counterpart Festus Osefo led the protest as the union members marched across various parts of the nation's capitals. Addressing the procession of unionists and workers at the National Assembly, the union leader said the organized labor won't shelve the protest until there is desired response from the government. The union leader said the promises and assurance made by President Tinubu are not the silver bullet that Nigerians expected.
Seem to be life wire of the economy of Nigeria. And this is a natural resource that was given to us. We have no business refining abroad. We have no business importing PMS. There are over 200 commodities or products that could come out from refining of petroleum products. Nigeria is not benefiting from it. We are subsidizing workers from other countries where refining is taking place. You harvest cassava in your farm, you sell cassava, and you buy garri. That's the economy we are running here. It's unacceptable. We have to think of it. Closely related to this was the agreement we agreed on CNG, compressed natural gas. Nigeria has a large deposit of gas that could last for the next 500 years. And now by our last assessment in 2020, a liter could cost as much as 90 naira. In the current rate, a liter will not cost more than 150. And that was an agreement we signed with the government, that we should explore the CNG gas option as an alternative. Instead of forcing every Nigerian to buy at 600 and 30 and 40 and whatever rate, there should be alternative. Those who want PMS can go for PMS. And by that time, we had an agreement. We did a pilot study in Edo. Over 5,000 vehicles are running on CNG in Edo. And I don't know what it will cost this government to do even 1 million, convert 1 million cars within 3 months for us to go take that option. Some people are frustrating it to compel all of us to use PMS.
The president of the NLC just said, and it is about the reduction of the cost of governance. We strongly believe that the government of today is quite insensitive, and that government is both the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. We believe strongly that you cannot ask Nigerians to keep tightening our belts. You cannot ask Nigerians to keep sacrificing. You cannot ask a man who barely have 1 meal a day to now be eating garri for that day. The Nigerian masses have been battered. The Nigerian masses have suffered. The Nigerian masses are passing through excruciating difficulties. But in all of these, we have not heard what the president of the country has said regarding the cost of governance. We have not, now we are screening ministers. These ministers will go back, they will have 10 aides. Those that 10 aides are going to have senior assistants. The senior assistants will now have a PA to the senior assistant to the minister's aide. Before you know, the numbers will go outside the roof. It is at this time when the Senate and House of Reps, whether it was in the Appropriation Act before now, whether it was in the supplementary bill, we think grossly that it is grossly insensitive for us to be muting, to spend 70 billion. We heard that they want to use it to fill their offices. We have told them to pay a visit to the secretariat. It is not here. and see how people are suffering. To go to the secretariat and see that people work without light for months. To see that in the secretariat, to even go to toilet, everywhere is smelling.
In response to the demand of the unionists, Senate President Godswill Akpabio immediately entered into a closed-door section with the lawmakers, and upon his emergence from the meeting, said the Red Chambers had set up a three-man committee to meet with the protester at the National Assembly. The committee was led by Senate Chief Whip Ali Ndume from Borno State Senatorial District. Senate also resolved that it will be in the shortest possible time meet with the NLC and TUC leadership to find an amiable resolution to the current impasse.
As we are involved in the negotiation, we should also consider the consequences of our action. Unfortunately, the people that will suffer more are our people. The people that harass you at the gate are the poor. There is no son of a senator that is constable or sergeant out there. So, where is the problem? The problem is with us. When I was told that you are bad at the gate there, the sergeant at times is here, he can bear me witness, he called me. He said, the chief whip, there are labor people out there and the police have blocked them. I told him, allow them to come in and wait for us to come and address them. So it's not that we are completely insensitive. We are Nigerians. As I said, most of us, unfortunately, that are maltreating our own are from the poor. How many are rich Nigerians? There are very few.
Your direct representative. So I assure you, everything you are feeling, we understand it. I also assure you that the Senate is going to get involved, and I will ensure I'm not part of the leadership, but I am your representative. I will not let them cheat you. I went to school in America on a federal government scholarship. I had a car I bought straight from the factory, a Volkswagen, for 300 naira. So I know the Nigeria that bred me is not the Nigeria you have. My first job came with a house, a Beetle, and 500 naira, and that 500 naira bought me everything. So I know the issues. And I also am a mother. I have children who are your ages that I want to inherit a better Nigeria. So please, just give us a chance to get involved, just a little chance, and we will make sure if things are not resolved in your favor,